Michael Maverick Chiesa and Nate Diaz. Well, he will never forget this experience, making the walk to that famed UFC octagon for the first time, but the question beckons. Will there be nerves? Will there be jitters under the bright lights of the UFC octagon for the first time? He doesn't look wide-eyed necessarily here, but you have to be mindful of a possible adrenaline dump that could really affect your cardio if you're not ready for it. Well, it's always exciting when you have such a high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. This man has been a master of the submission in the UFC, and even though a lot of people know what's coming, more often than not, they're unable to stop.
Because the knowledge of the Jiu-Jitsu game is truly something that it's hard to replicate when a guy is as good as he is. I mean, he will jump for a triangle. He will jump for an armbar, and as you slam him to the ground, he starts to understand, okay, I'm right where I need you right now. This is when the game starts for him. If he doesn't secure that submission, he gets you where he needs you to be in order to start to really make you drown. It's like going in deep water and getting pulled down over and over again, because every time you think, if I do this, it'll make it better, it just makes it worse. And
best of luck trying to find a training partner to simulate this guy in the gym.
It can't happen, and it won't happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, making his UFC debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, Nate Diaz! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 18 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Spokane Valley, Washington, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Michael Maverick Chiesa! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, your referee.
You ready?
All right, so here we go, round 1. This is his UFC debut, so finally getting to the big show. He strung together a long winning streak on the regional circuit. A lot of people thought maybe this UFC debut would have come last year. Let bygones be bygones. Here it is. We'll see what he can do.
And you learn a lot about these prospects when they're put in positions that they're not normally put in inside of the octagon. You can do them in practice, but there's a big difference when you experience it inside the UFC.
Effective punch there by Diaz. Oh, and he got tagged by that combination. His coach said on Thursday to us, it has to be punches in bunches. It has to be volume, and his student has certainly followed up on that imperative.
So much volume, but the accuracy of this fighter is truly unbelievable.
All right, so he continues to use his jab effectively here, DC. He gets that hand to the target pretty quickly.
I mean, just right away, blasting the jab after jab after jab. He's a phenomenal boxer with a vast understanding of fighting behind an educated jab.
So we pull up the numbers here. 28 total strikes have already landed. Now he's masterful from here.
Oh, he went to a single, switched to a high crotch, elbow deep, flips him over the top. What a huge takedown.
I mean, do I survive that, or am I read my last rights?
Absolutely not. You don't survive that. It's over. It's over, John.
Nicely done. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather. Offering up over the top, and this fight's going to be over.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high with his opponent, going low, and now he's got him hurt very bad.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
He's going to attack armbar here. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off doing anything.
Hammer fist from the bottom by DIAZ. And this might just be a matter of time. Oh, that's going to do it in a quick tap from there as he gets it done by submission.
The moment he got the arm straight, he got the pressure with his hips to force his opponent to tap, and he wins the fight. Oh! Woo! What a performance!
Yeah, really impressive work out of him here tonight. He had to work for it, no doubt about it, but a nice job to isolate and ultimately secure the arm and then get the tap from the arm bar. So a pretty submission finish turned in by that fighter here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled. He's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 26 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out, DIAZ.
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back, he looks for submissions over and over again. Eventually